Are you over 30 years old, struggling to lose weight and feel like nothing works? Well, you're probably making at least one of these three mistakes that are stopping you from getting results. Most guys hit their 30s and try cutting calories or finding random workouts online or doing endless cardio and wonder why they're stuck. Trust me, I've been there myself while trying to figure out my own fitness goals, and I've helped hundreds of men fix these mistakes. In this video, I'll show you exactly what not to do and what you should do instead to lose fat, boost energy, and finally start seeing results, even with a busy schedule. Stick around to the end because mistake number 3 is what's holding 90% of men back from reaching their fitness goals. Let's get into it. Mistake number 1 is going to be extreme dieting. Now, most guys think that the fastest way to lose weight is by drastically cutting the calories or just completely skipping the meal altogether, which is a terrible, terrible way to go about weight loss. Now, when it comes to change, the general population, like 99% of us, do not handle change well when it's abrupt or cold turkey. And the same goes for your fitness journey. If you really want to see change that lasts, you got to make sure that the changes you're making are intentional and strategic. With extreme dieting, it's usually safe to assume that you're lacking the amount of protein that you need to either build muscle or to maintain the muscle that you do have already. So because of this, your body starts to break down your muscle to use those calories for energy. Now, the calories that made up the protein, that made up the muscle, are stripped away to be used for your other bodily functions. And not only are you just losing muscle, but the fact that you're losing muscle may slow your metabolism because muscle, unlike fat, requires more energy to function. You might experience low energy, which will cause you to feel sluggish or more irritable, or maybe you're unable to focus at work. Now, here's a big one: rebound weight gain. Now, this usually happens when you finally stop your diet and your body is craving all the bad things you can think of. And this usually leads to binge eating. And of course, from the binge eating, now you're gaining the weight right back. Now, here's a solution to the problem. Protein. You've got to try to have at least 30 to 40 grams of protein in each meal. This will help you to feel full and help you to retain the muscle that you have. Try a moderate calorie deficit. Instead of trying to cut 1,000 calories out of your diet every day, go ahead and try 200 to 300 calories and try to do that because that'll be a lot more sustainable. And if it's sustainable, you'll be able to stay consistent with it. Prioritize your whole and nutrient dense foods like your lean proteins, your vegetables, your complex carbs, and your healthy fats. Junk foods will give you the calories, but won't give you the nutrients that you need to go about your day, whether you're at work or you're working out. Mistake number 2 is neglecting strength training. This is a major problem when it comes to weight loss. A lot of guys focus solely on just doing cardio because they think cardio is the only thing you need when it comes to burning fat, which is definitely not the case. And because of all that focus on cardio, you start neglecting the strength training. And if you don't see the problem with ignoring strength training, you'll find out in just a bit. After 30, you're getting a little older, right? So your testosterone starts to drop, and now you're gonna start losing muscle if you're not doing any strength training to keep that muscle. Again, less muscle means a slower metabolism. And a slower metabolism means that it'll be harder to burn fat as well as keep it off, which is pretty much like adding fuel to the problem. Instead of neglecting your strength training, do this. Try lifting 3 to 4 times a week and focus on your compound exercises like your push-ups, your rows, squats, deadlifts. Of course, that was just 4 exercises. There's plenty of compound exercises that you can choose from. Compound exercises being exercises that utilize multiple muscle groups. So for example, with the squats, you're using your quads, you're using your thighs, your glutes, and even your core. Another benefit from focusing on those compound exercises is that it'll actually save you time in the gym as well. Now, with strength training, you want to prioritize progressive overload. Progressive overload meaning increasing the reps or the sets or the weight that you're lifting. So over time, you're increasing your muscle as well as your strength. I'm gonna keep drilling it in your head. Muscle equals fat loss, right? So increase that muscle, you'll increase your metabolism, which means you will burn calories, burn fat easier than you would with less muscle. The dynamic between muscle and your metabolism is so efficient that even at rest, you'll be burning more calories. Mistake number 3, overdoing cardio. We've got to stop doing this. Men often think that more cardio equals faster weight loss, but that is not the case. These long cardio sessions that you're doing without any strength training will actually burn through your muscle, not just your fat. There is such thing as too much cardio. There's a stress hormone that we have called cortisol. Now, if you're just constantly putting your body through long cardio sessions, then you will run the risk of ramping that cortisol level up, that stress hormone, and that can actually lead your body to store more fat, and that'll usually happen around the belly. Now, these great bodies that we have, they work like machines, right? So they adapt to stress. So now if you're doing cardio, say you start off with 10 minutes of cardio every session, eventually you'll burn less calories from doing those sessions. Why? Because of the time that you're doing them for is staying the same. So the thing with cardio, you want to get as much as you can from doing as little as possible. So maybe 15 to 20 minutes of cardio would be all you need, but you're doing it like 4 or 5 times a week. And now your body's just adapting. And now that's too easy. And now your body needs a longer cardio session to burn the same calories that you were burning before. Instead, you can actually do 2 to 3 HIIT sessions, high intensity interval training sessions, and you're good for the week. HIIT will actually save you time because it's only 20 to 30 minutes and it's high intensity. So you will burn the calories that you need to burn. And if you're not a runner, it's okay. You don't have to run. You can actually focus on non-exercise activity like walking. If you can do 8 to 10,000 steps daily, that'll actually burn some calories for you. But you got to be intentional about it. Try not to be on your phone and walking super slow, and to where if you were on a treadmill, it'll probably be like a 2.5 or 3 speed on a treadmill if you want to know what brisk walking is. Combine your cardio with your strength training. This will give you the best of both worlds. You'll be able to preserve your muscle and burn fat at the same time. Yes, it is possible, 100%. By avoiding the extreme dieting, focusing on strength training, and not overdoing cardio, men over 30 can lose weight sustainably and build muscle, as well as boost their energy. Drop a comment below if you're ready to stop making these mistakes and finally lose 10 to 15 pounds the right way.